Hey guys, Nuna here, mental coaching for sports. What happens when support stops becoming too much? So you would call it over support. So athletes all need support. Human beings in general, we all need support. We are social beings. We need people around us. Okay, so if we isolate a lot, we tend to suffer. If we go through challenges and have no support, we're going to suffer a lot. So support is so important. Now, let's look at the case of elite sports and what happens with elite athletes that normally have, like a very highly engaged sports coach, a highly engaged parents, highly engaged team, where things are pretty serious, there's a lot of focus. And therefore, sometimes parents or coaches, even psychologists, even mental coaches like myself, may misinterpret what support is and how far can you go until you can discern that it's enough to continue giving support to these athletes. Because from now on, all the support that I may be passing on to him or her starts to become toxic. And that happens when normally the relationship is getting toxic or has signs of aspects that are not very healthy for the normal or healthy development of an elite athlete going through, enormous amounts of pressures, etc., all that athletes go through. So it's really important because I see, and I have worked with what you would call pushy parents, that are on top of the game of their kids, more than actually, or almost like passing an image that they're more on top of the game than the actual kids are, the actual athletes are. And so they try to protect for everything. So they overprotect, they over-control, because they want to control everything so that nothing goes wrong, right? And then on top of that, and that most likely never verbalized, but they demand from the kid, they demand from the athlete, they expect him or her to give the performances that him or her are supposed to offer. And if you don't show, or if you don't manifest that performance, then there's problems, okay? Because either that pushy parent's going to be upset with you, that pushy coach is going to be upset with you, and they're going to lash it on to you, sort of blaming you for what you've done. And then the athlete has sort of, the most common ways is either, I take it all in and I don't say a word, and I was feeling terrible, now I'm feeling even more. Or he lashes out, depending on the age, they start to, contest what's happening. And they can go against their parents or their coaches, none of those situations is healthy at all. It's very damaging, especially for the most important one, in this case, the athlete. So that's the tip that I'm leaving, is about discernment. When is it that actually support is healthy and when does it start becoming unhealthy? So I hope this has made you reflect, and I'll see you around for a few other videos.